Good morning, children. So today, let me start a new chapter in biology. So before starting this chapter, we the present situation we are all in, that is this COVID-19 pandemic. So when we think of this COVID-19, so it's a viral disease. Then it's a viral disease, and like what measures to be followed, as well as what precautions to be taken when we go out, that is the wearing mask, gloves, etc., all those things. So how is this pandemic affecting our daily life, or our physical health as well as mental health? See, you are all aware that most of the people have become jobless. They're not getting money, and most of the people, those who are on the streets, are not getting proper food. So then the people who are infected by this COVID-19, that is this coronavirus, their health is being affected. So when we consider all these things, so this pandemic, that is, it is actually a disaster. So this pandemic situation is not only affecting people's physical health, but also mental health. People who are sitting at home jobless are into depression, where that socialization is not there now. So it is affecting a person, it is affecting the people in many ways. Okay, like that, if I take one more example, like if I take examples of disasters, now we are seeing floods anywhere, like in Assam, etc. So how do you think the people's health will be affected because of these natural disasters? So if we take example of earthquakes that has already occurred in Gujarat, then the floods that are there, and also the cyclones in the coastal regions. So what will happen because of the floods, or the natural disasters like earthquakes or cyclones? People health also will get affected. How it is? See, sometimes there will be a loss of property. When there is loss of property, definitely the people's mental health will be affected. So not only that, because of the heavy rains and cyclones, that wind, etc., even physical health of the people will be affected. So there are many such examples. Then sometimes what will happen after the natural disaster, the effect of the natural disasters will stay for a longer time. Like if we take example of the bomb that is the bomb blast in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So they tell that, research tells that even today the people are affected. That is, there, because it has been the bomb blast has created genetic changes, that is mutations in the people, that is in the DNA of the people. So even now people are born, children are born with some deformities. So this is after effects of the bomb blast that has happened during World War II in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So likewise we can give many examples. So in today's class, let us know more about why do we fall ill. Okay, so why do we fall ill? What is this illness? Illness is nothing but disease. So the opposite of disease is being healthy, that is healthy condition. So when we compare this illness, that is disease and healthy, these are both of these are complex issues. So let me first start with the basic unit of life. So definitely diseases, illness, we see only the living organisms. It can be plants, animals, organisms, etc. So let me start with the basic unit of life. What is the basic unit of life? Cell. So cell is the basic structural and functional unit of all living organisms. Cells are like the building blocks, from which the life will be dependent, or cell will form the basic units. Okay, so this cells will form tissues and organs, organ systems, and finally the organism. So this cell is the basic structural and functional unit of all the living organisms. So it is actually a dynamic one, that is many events and reactions will be taking place within the cell. Okay, and if you consider that the tissues and the organs, so the functioning of the organs as well is also interconnected. Okay, that means one organ system will be connected to the another organ system. For example, if you take, if the kidneys don't filter the blood, that is if the urine formation does not take place in the kidneys, if the kidneys are not functioning properly, what will happen? So the toxic substances will start accumulating in the blood. So when this will happen, what will happen? The brain cannot send proper messages. Okay. So now the nervous system also will be affected. So then the urinary system is also affected. That means all the organ systems are interconnected to each other. Okay, now for the working of these organs, organ systems, cells, tissues, etc., what is required? So what is required? Food. So food will be the raw material for the functioning. So what this food will provide? It will provide energy. So food is required for the working of all these organisms, because food will provide energy. Suppose if any of the organ is not working, so that condition only we call it as illness or disease. That is the improper functioning of a part, that is it can be tissues or cells or organs in the body, that is what condition is called as illness or disease. Okay, I would like to tell you the definition for disease as well as being health or healthy. Okay, so what is health? Health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being. That is, a person is said to be healthy if his physical state, mental state and social state is being well. So this is nothing but health. Dis-ease, as the word suggests, dis-ease, okay, that is uneasiness, that is discomfort is nothing but the disease. So when we look at the definition of health, health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being. So for example, if we take, sometimes you would have told that, my grandmother's health is not good. That means she might, it is not only discomfort in her body, maybe even, in her mind, that is her mental health may also not be good. So it is nothing but physically, that is all the organs should work properly. Then mentally, our mental health also should be good, as well as social well-being. So social well-being, I will give an example, children. Morning, you will be walking to the school. On the way, you will have some argument with your friend or somebody, okay? Or, also what will happen? So the full day, you will be when you are starting to the school, so there is a quarrel between your friend or neighbor, etc. So what will happen to your mental health? So you will be disturbed. So will you be able to concentrate in the class, or will you be interested in the subjects that will be taught in the school? No. So social well-being is also very much important. So that is why we tell that always be good to your neighbors. That is, quarreling, all those things should not happen. That means even with our neighbors, friends in the classroom, etc., we have to be friendly and there should be no any quarrel. So this is nothing but the social well-being. Physical well-being, that all the organs, tissues, cells and all working properly. And mental, that is the mental health. So this is about the health. So for our grandmothers, being healthy means what? Being healthy for a grandmother is she on her own should go to get vegetables, or it is the ability of the grandmother, that is if she can on her own go get the vegetables, fruits, etc., or visit her friends in the neighborhood. So that is being healthy for a grandmother. Or sometimes teacher in the class would have told you that this is not the healthy attitude. So what do you mean by healthy attitude in a student? So that student has to be concentrating, that is he or she has to show interest in the subjects. So that is the healthy attitude. So instead of showing interest in the subjects, always talking or quarreling with the friends, so that is not the healthy attitude. Okay. So for a student, that is, it is the opposite of not showing interest in the learning process or in the subjects. So this is the thing. Okay. So personal and community issues both matter for health. What do you mean by this? See, health, I have already given you the definition. That is, it is the well-being. That is social, then physical, social as well as mental well-being is termed as health. So, for being healthy, it is not that one can achieve only on his or her own. That is, it cannot be done it individually. So, the health of an individual will depend on the environment as well as the surrounding. That is what the definition says. Okay, one example I will give you. like to maintain proper health, physical hygiene, that is the environmental hygiene is very important. That means, so what if there is a clogged drain, or there is the pipe, that is the sanitary pipes which carries the drainage must have blocked, or there must be some cracks. So what will happen, the drainage water will start coming out, then there will be stagnant water, then that will be the breeding place for mosquitoes. So if the people that are concerned with the repair or of such work, if the people don't do their job properly, then what will happen, definitely it is going to affect our physical health. Then if a garbage collector will not regularly collect the garbage from your homes, what will happen? So the garbage will start accumulating, again breeding places for many organisms, mosquitoes, etc. So the physical health will get affected. So individual health will not only depend on that person, but also the physical environment. So, and also I have given you the example, that is how social well-being is also very important. That is, having a friendship, or a healthy attitude with others is also very important. So our individual health, that is in person's health, will depend not only on his body, but also his physical surrounding and his neighborhood, that is his people surrounding him or her, etc. So this is how personal and community issues will matter, or both will matter for health. So next, let me start with distinction between health and disease free.